Hello, dear students. Let us do a worksheet on subject verb agreement. Now, what do you understand by subject verb agreement? Before going to subject verb agreement, let us understand what is a subject and what is a verb. A subject is that part of the sentence which tells us about whom or what we are talking about in the sentence. And verb is an action word which shows us what action is being done by the subject in the sentence. Now, understanding subject and verb, let us understand what is the agreement between or understanding or how they function, the subject and the verb in a sentence. Now, subjects and verbs must agree first in number. Next rule is if the subject is singular, the verb or following it must also be singular. If the subject is plural, the verb following it must also be plural. What is singular? Singular means one. More than one means plural. So, if the subject in your sentence is singular, the verb following it is singular. If the subject is plural, the verb following it also must be plural. This is a basic rule of subject verb agreement. Now, there are some words like each one, either, neither, everyone, everybody, anyone, anybody, nobody, somebody, someone, and no one. Now, these words are followed by singular verbs because these words are understood to be singular. Doesn't mean that everyone, because the word every is there, doesn't mean that it is plural. Everyone means it is a singular subject. Everybody means singular subject. Okay, so keep these words in mind and remember that they are singular. And what do they require? They require a singular verb which follows it. Now, when a compound subject contains both a singular and a plural noun or pronoun. Okay, what is a compound subject which contains more than a noun? So, if the compound subject contains both singular and plural noun or pronoun, which are joined by the word or by the word nor, then the verb should agree with the part of the subject that is closest to the verb. This we will do with a lot of examples to make it clear. Supposing in a sentence there are two subjects. Now, subjects we know have to be followed by verbs. Now, the subject which is closest to the verb, we will see whether that subject which is closest to the verb is singular or plural. If that subject which is closest to the verb is singular, the verb following it will be singular. If the subject closer to the verb is plural, then the verb following it will also be plural. This is the meaning of when a compound subject contains both a singular and a plural noun or pronoun joined by or by nor. Now we come over to the verb be. Now be is an irregular verb. What is an irregular verb? An irregular verb behaves like a verb, but it has different forms. Like the verb be has got 8 different forms. They are be, am, is, are, was, were, being, and been. I have made an exclusive video on verb forms of be. I will link it. You can see it in the next video. Now, there are 3 forms of be verbs in the present. Am, is, and are your verb forms of be in the present tense. And the 2 forms of the be verb in the past tense are was and were. Now, am, when do we use am? Am is used when we are talking in the first person. Now, as we know, first person, second person, third person, what does it mean, students? First person means I am talking. So, I am the first person. I am talking to you. So, you become the second person. Now, when we both are talking about somebody else, that person becomes the third person. So, the word am is used when talking in the first person. It follows singular first person pronoun. Is used with third person singular nouns and pronouns. And are is used with the third person plural. Okay, so these 3 things you need to keep in mind regarding is, am, and are. When do we use it? Now let us go over to the worksheet. First question. Either you or I dash to do it. Need. Now, first of all, this has got a compound subject. That means it has got you and it has also got I as the subject. And what have we read? Any sentence which has got two subjects, then the verb which will follow the subject will be determined by the subject which is closer to the verb. Now, which is the subject between you and I, which is closer to the verb? It is the subject I. So, I is singular. So, I will be followed by a singular verb. Either you or I need to do it. Depending on the base form of the verb need, which is given, we will write need here. And what is the plural of need? It is needs. Now, everyone dash time off. Everyone enjoys time off because we have read everyone is understood to be a singular subject. So, singular subject is always followed by a singular verb. That means enjoys. Everyone enjoys time off. Enjoy is the plural form of the word. Neither the man nor the woman dash older than 60. Now, again, we have neither nor, which the rule states that neither or nor is always followed by, we will see what is the subject over here. It is woman. Woman is a singular subject. So it will be followed by a singular verb. What are the verb forms of be? As we read, we have read that there are three forms of be in the present tense. Is, am, and are. So which form do you think will come here, students? It will be is. Why is? Because is used with third person. Like we read here, is used with third person singular nouns and pronouns. And neither the man nor the woman is older than 60 is being spoken about in the third person. Okay. Why third person? Because I am telling you about that man or the woman who is a third person. And that man or the woman is singular. So we will use the form of being is. Okay, so neither the man nor the woman is older than 60. Next one. Today I dash going to make a speech. Today I am going to make a speech. Why am? Where do we use am, students? We use am when we are talking in the first person. It follows the singular first person pronoun. What is the pronoun here? I. Is I a singular pronoun? Yes, it is. I am talking about myself in the first person and it is singular. It is singular first person pronoun. So am always follows I. I am going to make a speech. Either my dad or mom takes us to the game. Now, again, this sentence has got compound subjects. That means it has got two nouns. So, we will follow the rule that the subject which is closer to the verb will be the determining factor whether the verb is singular or plural. So, since it is mom, which is closer to the verb to be filled, mom is singular. So, we will take the singular form of the verb take, that is takes. Either my dad or mom takes us to the game. Next, Peter dash in his room. Study. Peter studies in his room. Why? Because Peter is a singular subject followed by your singular verb studies. The teacher dash her bike to school every day. What is the subject? First, we have to identify the subject, teacher. Next, we have to find out whether teacher is singular or plural. Singular. So the verb following the singular subject will be singular. The teacher rides her bike to school every day. Neither the student nor the parent is present because be verb forms are is, am, and are in the present tense. So, depending upon the subject, which is singular, which is third person, we will use is. Neither the student nor the parent is present. Neither the teacher nor the students think it is a good idea. Now, why are we writing think over here and not thinks? Because students is plural. So, students will be followed by a plural verb, which is think. Okay. Now, again, this sentence students has got two. It is a compound subject which has teacher also and students also. But which is closer to the verb? It is students. And what is students? It is plural. So, we will follow it by a plural verb think. Someone dash to wear sandals in early spring. Someone prefers to wear sandals in early spring. Someone again is a singular subject which is followed by a singular verb prefers. Everybody dash a right to a good life. Have. Now again, have and has. Where do we use have and where do we use have? Everybody again is a singular subject. So it will be followed by a singular verb has. Everybody has a right to a good life. Neither cats nor dogs dash allowed at the exhibition. Verb form of be. Neither cats nor dogs are allowed at the exhibition. Why? Because this sentence has neither nor and it has got two subjects, cats and dogs. And dogs is closer to the verb to be filled up. Dogs is plural. So we will use the verb form of be, plural form of verb form of be are. Neither cats or nor dogs are allowed at the exhibition. So with this, we come to the end of your worksheet, which involves subject verb agreement. I will link two videos. One is verb forms of be, and the second one is your has and have worksheet. Please go through those two videos for much clearer understanding of subject verb agreement. If you like my channel, students, please like, share, and subscribe. In my channel's playlist, you will find lot of English grammar concepts and English grammar worksheets, which will help you. Kindly like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.